It's Week 15 of the 2022 season, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 2nd and 5 now. Jones, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Wentz going to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down and they will lose the football. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now 1st down. They begin with a run by Barkley. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That ball caught by Slayton. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here 1st half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He's got it to the 43 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Jones. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
This is caught. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. But with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Wentz now to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half, and now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Once again, he finds Slayton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and touchdown Giants. Darius Slayton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. Jones throwing for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
Back now at FedEx Field. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wentz to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jackson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. And this is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jones. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier. But and look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So Wentz and the Commanders down 14-7. A little over a minute to go. Now Wentz. And it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Jones.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here's Jones to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Jones looking around.
That's complete left side to Shepard.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
Off the bootleg, Jones. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining from the 21 and 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, Jones.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move. Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Giants, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.